Hey there moviegoers, this is Alex again with another edition of Talkies. This week I'd like to talk to you guys about True Grit. True Grit is the new Western, directed by the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan, and starring Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, and featuring Josh Brolin introducing Hailee Steinfeld. True Grit is actually an adaptation of the 1968 novel of the same name. This is the second time the novel's been adapted to screen. The first time was in 1969, with John Wayne in the role of Rooster Cogburn. So I'd like to talk about the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan. The two of them are most famous for their movies Fargo, The Big Lebowski, most recently No Country for Old Men, and a slew of others. The two have an extraordinary style that can both tug at the heartstrings while still keeping a sense of realism and humor. And this was a perfect story for their style. It's definitely a movie for Coen Brothers fans. In this version of True Grit, Rooster Cogburn is played by Jeff Bridges. Rooster Cogburn is a merciless former marshal who was hired to hunt down a criminal. This has to be one of Bridges' best performances yet. He's such a chameleon of an actor and he embodied this character so well. And his flawless delivery of those perfect little one-liners didn't hurt either. Next in the cast is Matt Damon. Matt Damon always does such a great job. And he's been outdoing himself little by little with each role he gets. Personally, I think the role of Texas Ranger LaBeef is a little more of a leap forward. Now, just the thought of Matt Damon in a Coen Brothers movie is exciting enough. But of course, he was just outstanding. It's so different from a lot of his other roles, and yet he just seems so perfect for it. Next is one of my favorite actors, Josh Brolin. His part in True Grit wasn't very big, but it was a bit complicated, which is why I think they got such a big name for the role. He plays the criminal that Bridges' character is trying to hunt down. This guy's not in the best of shape. He's clearly a little disturbed, and he's got a lot of, let's call them, issues. But Brolin definitely stole the handful of scenes he was in. Talk about a scene stealer. Next I'd like to talk about Hailee Steinfeld. Steinfeld's character is actually one of the most prominent characters in the story. It's kind of between her and Jeff Bridges. The now 14-year-old Steinfeld was only 13 when they shot the movie. Her performance isn't just good for a 13-year-old. It's just good in general. I've got to point out that she had to carry a very thick southern accent, which is really hard to do, but she did it like a pro. This was a knockout performance that just came out of nowhere. I bet the offers have just got to be pouring in for her now. So something that I probably should tell you before you buy your ticket is that True Grit really is not for everyone. It's got a lot more of an indie movie feel to it, so it's very understated. But it never really got boring. It did not skimp on the details though. Every teeny tiny corner of the actors' costumes are dead accurate to the period. And the dialogue, however difficult to understand at times, really put you right in the middle of the South in the late 1800s. It's a bit bloody, and it is pretty brutal, but it's all for the purpose of storytelling. So it's necessary, but it hits you where it hurts. Jeez, there seems to be a lot of these going around. But I would like to give True Grit a 10 out of 10. I'm never surprised when the Coen brothers put out something incredible, but it is always a treat to see. But I think if you want to see a good old-fashioned Western with everything you love about the genre, but a lot that you won't expect, you'll love True Grit. Really love True Grit. So that is it for this week's edition of Talkies. Signing off for FingerLakes1.com, my name is Alex Sinacropi, and what I really want to do is direct. I'll see you guys later.
Finger Lakes 1.